And the two of you will be able to converse as to how well you did in breaking the chaos that's running loose on the earth. And you'll say, I didn't do too good. I got screwed up, although I found this place in the basement in Fork River. Okay? And basically, so what I'm saying to you is, yes, you will rendezvous with these people again, but not in the chaotic condition they were. And then they'll be moving back here to do this, and so forth and so on. So you have a whole, but what I'm just telling you here is not a lot of pie in the sky. I mean, I don't do that here. I will prove this to you. Now, we will prove this to you scientifically. This is a fact. Okay. What will happen is a fact. So you will never lose who you are, because you're not who you are. What you are is what your parents and these crazy people wanted you to be. And here you are. Here I want to live forever. You know, why? Why would you want? But instantly as you leave, see, Princess Diana died. Princess Diana is in a coffin. It's over. She's dead. But the light that was her is very much alive, totally understanding what's going on, and seeking at this point the water, the molecular energy, into the air, to be hit by photon and return back into a fetus and begin this process again. Yes, ma'am, do you want to come up here? Well, we'll just stand up because I can't have a question if you don't want to. Would you like to turn around and look at...
If Grandpa's number 32, you're saying that he's gone too. And that's when you're able to recognize him.
Yeah.
Only if you're both gone.
Yeah. What do you mean gone? You're out of the body. You're dead.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, you're out of here.
Okay.
Because the only way you would recognize him here in your five senses is Grandpa. You look at a picture, that's Grandpa. But you have to remember that just like you were constructed by your parents and your friends and everybody, and you are what they wanted you to be, so is Grandpa. Don't remember that Grandpa was not a creation of God either. God's purpose is that you and Grandpa break the karma of because what the parents and what everybody has given us, and the schools and all of the instructions they've given us, have caused a chaotic condition on the earth. And that is what has to be broken. And we'll address that as well. Yes, want to stand up, please?
Okay, now,
turn around a little.
Grandpa seeks another body and comes back. Then how can he be in two places at one time?
Well, because it's light. He's every place at one time.
Okay.
Okay? It's a very good question, but just think of something for a minute. What we're talking about is light, all right? Light is everywhere. The light that is here, the air that is here, the light that is here, the invisible nature of this is just as much here as it is at the far end of the universe. You can't say it's here because can you grab it? Can you grab it in your hand? You can't grab it. Why? Because it's not there yet. It's here. But it's everywhere. See? And so then also, you're only a quarter of an inch. Your skull is only a quarter of an inch that separates you from this. And here, everywhere is everything. I mean, there is no time. How could there be time? The only thing that requires time is in here. But we'll get into that. I don't want to be complex about that. But it is a very interesting thing, see? Because the true nature of light is that it is everywhere. You can't confine it inside of a brain. But it is there to manipulate and work the brain. Now, let me show you a scripture, and let's take a look at it. Because here, remember, the bunch of people were talking to Jesus, and they said, well, this guy he gets married 7 times. His brother dies, and she marries his brother and marries the other brother, and he gets 7, so forth. So, in fact, do you remember the movie, 7 Brides for 7 Brothers? Yeah, okay. If you look at page 799, on page 799, you'll see Matthew chapter 22. And in Matthew chapter 22, you look at verse 29. And Jesus is telling them, you err. In other words, you don't know what you're talking about because you don't know the scriptures and you don't know the power of God. Isn't that nice? Thank you very much. Angels of God, light. Angles of light. So here is Jesus telling you that when people leave the body, they're angles of light. They can't get married. They can't do all of that stuff. That's for people. See? And there's something else. But look what he says here.